Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Navi's turn to pick.
Dusk.
Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the
Reserve time.
Kiev major regional qualifiers for the CIS region. For me, this will be the main event for the night, this game and the next game, as it is crowd favorites, Navi, showing up. Currently in
Shadow Fiend.
Navi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick.
Navi are not sweating, picking up a troll warlord for themselves. Now, I have not actually seen too much Navi recently myself. I don't really know the kind of playstyle that they've been favoring recently,
10
what
seconds
kind of drafts
remaining.
they've been favoring. But this is definitely
5 seconds
one of the
remaining.
more exotic drafts that I've seen throughout the day. Troll warlord and a
Navi's
Tuscan,
turn
even
to
a Luna.
ban.
First time that I'm seeing a Luna tonight. Troll Warlord has been seeing somewhat of a resurgence recently. It even doesn't really seem like too much of
10 seconds remaining.
talent changes. I don't really actually know what got buffed for
5
Troll in
seconds
7.02
remaining.
talents. I don't think it was anything substantial. I
Reserve
think here,
time.
players just realized how good Battle Trance is. Initially, it was picked up because you had a lone druid, and you're like, dude, I don't need Troll Warlord to even do anything. I just need him to give my lone druid like 1,000 attack speed. Now people are starting to recognize that, wait, I can give all of my carries 1,000 attack speed. Luna with boosted attack speed, Glaives for days. But that's assuming that you can approach the mid and late game safely. Troll Warlord has also, I would consider the Helm of the Dominator changes to be reasonably in his favor.
Radiant team
Not
ban.
necessarily forced to pick up the item. There's some versatility in Troll's build, but I think Helm's a good pickup. Oftentimes you may see a Shadow Bleed. Sanjin Yasha still gets picked up every once in a while on him.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
he's a versatile hero, and a versatile hero to lane as well. Most of the time
5
you
seconds
see him
remaining.
in the safe lane, but given how
Radiant
Navi have
team
already
pick.
selected a Luna, chances of a safe lane troll are pretty slim. Mid troll also. We'll see how Navi
10 seconds remaining.
It's like Effect are suspecting
5
that
seconds
Navi needs
remaining.
an offlaner. which makes sense. Tusk and Rubik have been a
Reserve
somewhat
time.
popular roaming duo. Yeah, I've been giving a lot of focus to this Troll Warlord, but Tusk is also a hero that we don't see too frequently. And whenever we do see it, it seems very hit or miss. Very rarely will I see a troll do like mediocre all game long. Either he's completely useless or he just is like everywhere you need him to be, and ice shards are just like beautifully positioned to force
Navi's
heroes
turn to
to
pick.
come back into your team, and snowball banish saves are just clutch as hell. This game, it may be pretty difficult for a troll, for a Tusk to have a high impact because
Spirit Breaker.
when they go for a Spirit Breaker. Wow, this is a really aggressive lineup from Navi. Tusk and Spirit Breaker as a roaming duo, which I am curious how Navi is going to lane this. But anyway, as I was saying about the Tusk, it's there are a lot of ways to deal with the Tusk this game. Like, obviously, it would be great if I think that this is a Tusk Blink Dagger game. But we don't actually see that all too often, but this game, I think it has value, assuming that Tusk gets a good start. If Tusk does not get a good start, then chances are he'll be going for something like a Lotus Orb, so that he can purge off this global silence off of any target, including himself, if necessary.
10
But
seconds remaining.
I'm curious to see how well Navi pulled this off.
5 seconds remaining.
Rubik. Commander. So again, well, not quite as aggressive as this lineup, but Legion Commander is just another one of these heroes that either very critical all game long or just sometimes never really gets their foot inside the game, and no dual victories, no real good windows to close in on targets, and I guess that's just Navi's style. And I'm obviously a fan because this is this is not an easy draft to pull off that Navi has. This is significantly more challenging than Effects draft, which they have some exotic picks on Effect as well. Clockwork being picked up is probably the most, or rather the least popular hero out of these 5. But a pretty good one nonetheless in this lineup, because it can be very irritating for Spirit Breaker to have to deal with Battery Assault. It's going to be irritating for this troll to have to deal with cogs, because ideally Dendi would be like to stay in melee form a majority of the time, but getting kited around and cog burned all over the place, you may have to spend more time in ranged
Moon's
form,
blessings.
which isn't too bad, because another common pickup on Troll Warlord is Dragonlance. If you stay in melee form or ranged form, the stats are still pretty valuable. We'll go through these lineups real quick. We got Ars Zek on the Silencer. We've got Seedoy on the Juggernaut. We've got Roger on the Slardar. We've got Afoninj on... Oh, they're going for the Soul... how did I fail to mention this? Yeah. So this is another reason why you pick up Clockwork. It takes 3 heroes to coordinate it, but, you know, this is regional qualifiers. This isn't some pub team. They know what they're doing. Have the cogs activated. 1 right click, and the other right click from the Shadow Fiend.
30
4
seconds
souls.
to
Now
battle.
they're up to 14. It could start moving out onto the base, and look, so this is very smart by Navi. They know that the raiding team is doing this strategy, and you really don't want to have to waste a bunch of Clockwork's mana by doing it, like, out on the lane. So you do it in the fountain, but that means that you compromise a lot of the map control you have in the pregame phase, which means that you compromise the bounty rune 99% of the time if the enemy team is expecting it.
The battle
Navi's
begins.
still playing it kind of safe, but effective pretty much resigned
From
to
your
bounty rune.
misfortune.
Rubik's gonna pick up this one, and then Seedoy is gonna actually...
I'll take that
okay,
as
so
tribute.
they could have actually gone for all 4 on Navi, but really have the heroes spread out enough to do that. Still, it's a very important lead to give a Shadow Fiend. 17 souls straight off the bat, plus 39 damage. This is a very, very beneficial way to secure a lane, because mid-troll, it's a kind of even matchup. You know, Necromastery, cheese, notwithstanding. I'd say that Troll and Shadow Fiend kind of break even for the most part. Is now RMN kind of taking some harass. Dual mid situation. Some more. Nice. Nice shards. Okay, cool for right now. Meanwhile, in the off lane, Clockwork did obviously take his cog to level 1. Not gonna get the burn on the Bibber. He zoned out pretty heavily. Especially with this Lunar Blessing aura. Mid lane. Still aggression going in. Dendy's all out of regen now. Roger still has one more tango. So we'll see which team opts to go for the shrine first. Dendy has not hit level 2 yet. Whereas Shadow Fiend has hit level 2. So I can see this deny counter is going to be very deceptive because no, the Shadow Fiend has not actually gotten 21 real denies yet. Those are Clockwork denies. Top lane. Shoshlo getting, oh man, he got hemmed in. He can try to eat his way out. He has a tango. He's kind of groping his way around these creep waves. Now all the trees are dead, but now Shoshlo taking a lot of damage. One more right click from the Rubik. And he gets out just barely. Rubik hesitated for a moment because he either he didn't have vision or he didn't know if Clockwork was going to go for the TP. So Rubik immediately started walking the direction that Clockwork would go to escape to his tower, but well played by Shoshlo to go for the TP instead. Bot lane general, let's try to pick up whatever he can. He has 2 points in charge, 1 point in Greater Bash, so we can start charging whenever the opportunity presents itself. There is this Radiant Ward, which will scout out a large portion of the charges, unless if Spearbreaker manages to just go up here, but you know, there's no way that Shadow Fiend's gonna be on the high ground and not get punished. And then eats through the wall and spots out Arzek, who's like, hey buddy, what you doing? Spearbreaker trying to live comes the ice shards. General actually did not complete the entire charge, so no bash. Instead, the crush by Slardar and the raise to get the first blood by Aphonish. General pulling back at the last second means that he did not get the bash onto the Shadow Fiend and just straight up canceling the charge. A new silencer was in the vicinity as we saw Tusk eat through and see the silencer, and chances are that Slardar is also chilling in the mid lane because that's just what Slardars do these days. No real incentive to go to other lanes because the other lane is a Clockwork lane, which you can't really help out too much. Though I say that, this is actually a pretty good lane to gank against a Luna and a... I know Shoshlo's just trying to get levels on lane. General has a charge up, targets the creep, but it's in the same lane, so he's gonna go down ultimately to Arzek's Glaives. First +2 of the game. As effect, take a 2-0 lead. Arman spots out Roger. Bounty Rune has already been claimed by Roger, so Arman can't do nothing here. And Arzek kind of coming in. Arman looping around the other way. Now gonna get cursed up, gonna get crushed as well. Yeah, so the raindrop absorbs some of this damage, goes in on Arzek, but that's still a dead Tusk. I don't know why Tusk chose to turn back. Possibly knew that Aphonish had a haste. Oh, I think Aphonish was hasted. And so he was kind of sprinting towards the Tusk and figured, well, I'd better give this kill to the Slardar as opposed to the Shadow Fiend. Unfortunately, ended up also giving the kill to Arzek. Oh, never mind, it wasn't the first +2. Now Arzek has 3 kills under his belt. Yeah, that's right. The crush onto Dendy, but they're all missing a bunch of right clicks because of Whirling Axes. Now Roger is taking a ton of damage. Bibber has 2 points in Fable, drags back Roger, but Dendy is not really able to get in range to do any right clicks. It's forcing out a bunch of rotations. It's Possible that Shashlo may feel a little bit more confident moving in now, but
Dire's
Pycat is level
bottom tower
6,
is
does
under
not
attack.
actually have the mana for Eclipse, but still, you need to be careful as a clockwork. Arman's still chilling. A snowball up. Dendy's not level 6 yet, so no battle trance really cuts down on the effectiveness of this potential gank. Ranged whirling axis burning off one more raindrop. Might continue burning off raindrops before Tusk goes in. Now Luna coming in. Now this is rotation.
Invisibility?
Dire War here, and now she goes invis, and there's no detection here. She's going to get a perfect eclipse. Afro Ninja on the move. They get a little bit of vision and they get the kill. Roger, unfortunately, not able to do very much. One TP is cancelled in the bot lane. I think Arman plants a tree to block out Arsene. Flare is going to give vision, and this is going to be +8 now for Arsene. Still though, they get a kill onto the Shadow Fiend, and that was such an unpredictable Luna rotation. You don't really know what she's up to if you're a Clockwork. You can say, yeah, Luna's missing, but she can go into the jungle. Actually, maybe not though. Pycat has no glaives, and Clockwork knows that because obviously you will see the glaives bounce around in lane. But for the most part, if Luna's missing, chances are he has the shield in lane. Takes the big creep. Takes that last.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The most surprising thing is that Spearbreaker actually did not even charge the Shadow Fiend. I was worried that Eclipse was about to lose Fog of War, and Shadow Fiend was able to walk out because the cast animation on Eclipse just takes so long. But they got the vision in the end. I believe it was from the Ice Shards. They get that kill. Spearbreaker hasn't really been very active right now. Instead, opted to buy Iron Talon, headed himself into the jungle. And Radiant team are still fully aware of what
Dire's
General's
bottom
up to.
tower is under attack.
Clockwork is hit level 6, so everyone's gonna start moving around pretty soon.
A soldier's fortune.
What a gank actually going on to General's high ground. I was thinking about going for a charge, but Arman was a little bit too far to follow up. Although there is battle trance now on Troll Warlord, so gank attempts by the Spearbreaker, even with just Nether Strike, and not that good luck on Greater Bashes. I imagine that battle trance would be enough to get a kill on pretty much all of the targets.
Rock it on!
Luna's joining the Spearbreaker, then they can easily get a kill on this Clockwork, but thank you for that dance. That's a very long charge. Navi's not really maximizing this Spearbreaker's early game strength. Typically, once you hit level 6, you immediately just start like a Nyx assassin.
Dire's
almost. You
middle
just
tower
start
is under
charging whatever you
attack.
can get your eyes on, and as long as it's like a support or something like that, it's usually going for the dive. But playing it safe right now. Instead, it looks like Pycat going for yet another rotation, but it gets spotted out by this Radiant Ward. Pycat has Eclipse, he's pump faking it. Arman can roll him in though. Cedo is going to come in with the Omnic Slash. Unfortunately, it's only a level 6 on the Slash, so it bounces amongst all the heroes. And Arman actually traps his Luna inside a cage match with the Juggernaut. He's going to go down. This Silencer is +12 right now. Flare gets vision of General ever so briefly.
Radiant's
but not
middle
long enough to
tower
go for the
is under
poke.
attack.
The battery assault will cancel the TP. Now General is +14 for the Silencer. And Hookshot
Dire's
still
structures
available.
are fortified. Dire's bottom tower
Oh
is under
God, that
attack.
Ice Shards. That's the kind of stuff
Dire's
I want
bottom
to.
tower has fallen.
Battle Trance also has not been used a single time, just because Navi just hasn't gotten a chance to be aggressive. Of all the heroes
Blessings upon a
that Navi
loyal
drafted,
warrior.
it turns out that the Luna is the one making the most aggressive plays, which is the last hero that I would have expected. And it worked mid fairly well, and this one could have worked, assuming that Radiant Team hadn't put this ward up like that precise moment and spotted the Luna out, because a snowball is definitely going to be something to be concerned about. But Pycat needs to take advantage of nighttime vision if they really want to pull off successful games like that. And also probably needs to get some more farm. Still has not completed Dragon Dance yet. It actually has a Force Staff queued up first. Good damage.
Dire's middle
Flare
tower
damage on
is
top
under
of it.
attack.
Still no hookshot committed. So smart.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You can always watch in Dota TV.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sometimes not as convenient.
Radiant's
but
bottom
I do
tower
apologize.
is under attack. Dire's middle tower
I'll try to get
has
it
fallen.
fixed.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Pretty
under
early
attack.
rush attempts, but there's not very much that that Dire can do to contest. They don't know that it's going on at all. Although Troll may feel like going into the risk of himself. We're gonna take it.
Roshan has
12 minutes
fallen
in.
to the Radiant.
7-1. Effect looking real strong as it smoke up
Regeneration?
in the vision of an alpha wolf. But it's not really that critical. Smoke is now hookshot in on the Rubik. Two hero cogs. Both have to move back as the global silence is used on top of that. Snowball in onto the clockwork, but the clockwork pulls back out. The three heroes actually end up getting stunned with the raise.
Accept your
No,
death.
actually the Blade Fury gonna finish off our man our Zek 16 int. I always make a big deal about it. Every single
Radiant's
time.
top
So
tower
it
is
sports
under
silence
attack.
Still charged across the map, bounces into Shashlo. No hook shot up, so no way to cancel it. Pycat. Still working on whatever his next item is. I imagine that you typically go the Dragonlance first. I don't know why Pycat is considering the Force Step, especially since he picked up his Ring of Regen. Shashlo gets scanned out, but it's his own jungle, so it's not too surprising that he's in there. But it looks like Navi might want to bait Pycat.
Incoming!
Just Pycat and Vision right now, but it doesn't look like Radiant is interested in taking this bit.
Dire's middle
Only
tower
Roger
is
down
under
in the
attack.
spot lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sigil might scout out Roger. He's dancing around it. Glaive is gonna bounce to him, but he's gonna get out. And this tower is gonna go uncontested.
Radiant's bottom tower
Have
is
battle
under
trance
attack.
available on Troll if they want to really push the issue, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be necessary as Pycat takes it. Asset coming
Radiant
in, but it's
structures are
spotted
fortified.
by a Sigil.
I'll take that
General
as
is
true.
off to the side. Actually, they're going to have to what they're denied. of the
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower
General
has been
spotted
denied.
out. Shashlo has hookshot. Global silence is still on cooldown. Never mind. It's up again. Which to me sounds like it's time to go for a kill on Pycat. Seedoy looking around. He has Omni Slash, level 12 shot flow. Has hookshot as well. Last word used. It's not actually going to rip, but it's not even going to
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Enemies should be seen
Three
and not
Four
Dire's
heroes
bottom
rotate
tower
up.
is under attack.
Pycat gets followed all the way up to this top lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
soldier's fortune.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's a difficult draft, like I said, for
Dire's
Navi to
top
pull
tower
off,
is
and
under
it
attack.
kind of banked on early aggression, because I mean, Luna's obviously an amazing late game hero, but given the start that Pika has right now, as right now Ninja gets another kill on the Tusk, the mid lane. Yeah, this is a very, very poor
Dire's
Luna.
top tower is under attack.
She's having a very tough time recovering because every single time she shows up to a lane, everyone on Radiant team just converges on her. I use this. This is just my life. Thankfully, at least I'm still in game, and so it's not catastrophically bad that I'm like hemorrhaging hang in game. But again, I do apologize to all 500 of you. I'm excited to watch Navi too, and I would like to watch them in rich FPS, but actually this game, I don't know. This game's not looking too swell for them. And it's difficult for them to come back into it because the advantage of the early game presence of a Spirit Breaker, of a Tusk, is that they're tankier than most heroes for the first 10 minutes. Now that Effect has like gotten so many levels, so much net worth, like this silencer, it's still pretty squishy, but like he deals a lot of damage. This plus 18 int. Nothing to sniff at. So, even though Viver is kind of closing in on here, which I don't know if he doesn't see the clockwork actually. Shot is gone. Even if they get some setup, the Spear Breaker, he's gonna charge in, but like he doesn't have his Blade Mail or anything. He's charging in on Seedoy right now. But no Blade Mail up. There's no Urn. Actually going straight for a BKB first item. Troll does go for the Helm first item. It's gonna be going for Sange and Yasha next, I suppose. Well, actually just the Yasha. I'm gonna go for BKB afterwards. Yasha itself is also something that's not entirely uncommon. For some reason, MAME has just like completely fallen out of favor. No one cares about MAME anymore. I think it's like pretty. Let's see. What are the stats on MAME? 35% chance to get a 26% slow. Although I guess many of the time it'll be a ranged slow from Troll. But still, you know, it's pretty good. I don't know why everyone hates it now. This game looks like Troll is mainly concerned about the move speed. But still, what good is move speed if you're going to be locked into cogs the whole time? Which, Shoshlo has a Force Staff on the courier? Yes, Shoshlo has a Force Staff on courier, and he's working on a Blade Mail next, so if this Clockwork manages to catch out Troll really does not have the option to not fight. So to either sit there and take the battery assault, or back out as we unpause. The charge is completing onto Cedar. Global Silence is used,
Radiant's
but
bottom
after the
tower
charge
is under
connects.
attack.
And it looks like it's just a disengage. Clockwork not really in a position to get a hook shot. That was obscene.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now the healing ward is up. Global
Dire's
Silence has been
structures are
used, so
fortified.
typically as the enemy team you're like, oh okay, now's a great opportunity to push our advantage, but there's no way to initiate.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Spearbreaker is the only option, and if he charges in, you will almost certainly die, or get interrupted by hookshot or crush, which Slardar does not have a blink dagger yet, but he's closing in on it. Fake back by effect, they sit on his high ground, and they do last word damage with nice eye shards, this time blocking out the enemies. Icat needs to be, that was actually kind of risky because actually Clockwork left, so no chance for a hookshot.
Gold for me.
Invisibility!
This might be a chance for a hookshot. Still have Aegis for a fair amount of time on Shadowfiend. Well, actually, never mind. That pause completely warped my sense of time. He only has it for like another 10 seconds, but it wasn't too important to get anything done with it. It's part of the reason why Navi didn't choose to contest this tier 2 push, even though Global was down. You'd be pushing into an Aegis, so not the best option. Battle tries to help Pycat take out these ancients, which Force Staff is in fact the one, the first item of completion. Actually, it looks like Pycat's not gonna go for the Dragon Lance whatsoever. Instead, gonna go for the Manta style. Farming in kind of dangerous territory. If I recall, a previous issue that Effect had in their game versus Vega is that they are not very good at pushing their advantage. Like, they're 7,500 net worth up right now, roughly. That's not like an obscene amount, but you have to keep in mind that it's 18 minutes in the game, and it's on your cores as well. Like, it's a well-rounded network. It's not like super top heavy. Our Zeke is getting in on it. The Slardar has a blink dagger, so he's getting in on it. Maybe that's the outcome that they were waiting on.
Radiant's
And
middle
now
tower
Armin
is under
in a
attack.
Shrine. Shoshlo contemplating going for the hook, but instead just walks up to Armin with the batteries on, puts it into cogs. Armin accepts his fate,
Radiant's
flies
middle
out,
tower
goes
is
into
under
the snowball onto Arzek. What the heck?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Basically asked to get that TP
Dire's bottom
canceled
tower
after.
is under attack.
Well, maybe he thought it was the Rubik also. Now they're gonna go in on the general. Seaboy has Omnislash. He's trying to get away. The move speed slow, nice hook shot. The Omnislash gets diffused amongst a bunch of screens. But anyway, Arzek now
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
I don't know
fortified.
what Slardar was up to with that TP still, but Icat manages to take the mid tier 1.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Now the top.
Radiant's top tower is under
does not
attack.
have Omnislash. Dandy putting in some range strike there. He's gonna back out. And Biver steals Healing Ward. That's a really nice steal. Maxed out.
Jackpot!
It looks like Tusk is going to be going for Greaves as opposed to the Lotus Orb. I thought that Blink would be a good idea, but given the start that Tusk had, Blink is definitely not a good idea anymore. but Greaves will be good. Lotus Orb was one option that I considered to purge off the Global Silence, but I guess the most important thing is to purge off Global Silence off of himself, so that if RMN can't cast spells, then he'll just walk up to his team and snowball them while they're all silenced. The only issue is that Snowball has a lot of ways to get punished. Zardar Crush can very easily read a Snowball, same thing with Clockwork spells. Even
Dire's
same thing
middle
with
tower
Shadowfiend
is
spells
under
if he
attack.
wants to put out a Requiem. Shadowfiend has completed out the full Silver Edge. Doesn't really seem like there are very many important things worth breaking.
Radiant's
Break
top
Lunar
tower is under
Blessing,
attack.
Breaker Glaives as well.
Dire's middle tower
But
is
Luna
under
is
attack.
hardly a concern.
Dire's middle
No
tower
effect. Take a
has
tier
fallen.
2, uncontested.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
If we're a team with Silencer, they're really
Dire's
not taking
middle
very many
tower
fights.
is under attack.
Like, Global Silence has been off
Radiant's bottom tower
ever since
is under
that top
attack.
push, I believe. And so oftentimes you want to get into as many fights as possible as a Silencer, as long as Global
I'll take
is
that
off
as
cooldown.
tribute.
Flares here.
Trying to use this stealing
Radiant's bottom
Stolen
tower
Ward
is
for
under attack.
a little bit of a siege, but Navi doesn't really have the best vision, so they're gonna back off. Run away, little ghost. Oh yeah, 125 gold. Or Zek making that money. Which is gonna be up in around 15 more seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Meanwhile,
attack.
Navi still congregated on this bot lane. Not really doing very much. Dendi is not farming right now. Has his BKB completed in around 200 more gold. And that's a very important pickup. One that has you questioning why Effect waited so long for this troll to
Radiant's
get a
bottom
BKB.
tower is under attack.
Look at this Roche. Again, uncontested. Again, unbelievable.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's bottom
SF is
tower
gonna
is
take
under
it.
attack.
But every single outer tower has been claimed for Effect, so at this point you kind of need to go high ground. SF is working on his BKB and he will have it, but probably not for another 4 or so minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see if they can get this. Looks like they're gonna go for it. Taking out the Manta. Fair enough. Well, still Pycat doesn't feel confident going
Radiant's
for the push. He
bottom
has
tower
a full
is under
pike
attack.
completed, but he's just kind of dancing around here. But Afro Ninja is still putting in work onto this tier 3. Pycat pushing ever so slowly on the bot lane.
Radiant's bottom tower
Tier 3 is
is
not
under
going to go
attack.
down for the cost of
Dire's
nothing
middle
for
tower
Effect. Now
has
Shrines
fallen.
are opened
Radiant's
up.
bottom
BKB
tower
has been
has
completed
fallen.
now. I don't know what else it was. At least Pycat did finally take down the tier 2, but that was at the cost of a tier 3 and at the cost of both of your
Coin
shrines.
for me.
Luna's working on that Manta style, has the Yasha completed. Troll has BKB completed.
Haste!
They're trying to bait the second shrine. RMN? It's nothing to do with it. But maybe spotted out by Afroninj. 1 right click, 2 right click, 3 right click. Plus doesn't have anything to snowball on. He's gonna put out a sigil. Meanwhile, Omnislash on the Pycat, but he actually pikes his way out of the Omnislash. Well played by Pycat. Goes into the Eclipse, gets the kill onto Roger. Shoshlo has his Blade Mail, but is actually not activating it. Eventually, Luna does go down. Global Silence is committed. But that's a trade of the Sardar for the Luna, and Effect will gladly take that. Man, Arzak wasn't in range for that int. Oh well. Global Silence was committed for that, which is surprising, because it's not like Navi have any big team fight spells that can follow up on that. Eclipse is their biggest team fight spell. There's no RP, there's no Ravage.
That should help.
What's the worst that could happen if Silencer doesn't global in that situation? Maybe Troll comes in with a Battle Trance, but Troll has a BKB anyway, so he doesn't care about global. Tusk was already on the run, as we saw. Rubik, what's the best thing that he can steal? There's many big team waiting for us. Meanwhile, charge up on the clockwork. He has his Blade, but he hasn't activated it yet. He's getting Permabash. Activates the Shrine in the 11th hour. He's going to survive as General kills himself on the Blade Mill. And Afternoon picks off RMN. Viver, nice 4-step onto high ground. Crush not in range to stop that TP. Shoshlow gets the hook onto the Troll Warlord. Cog burns him back. And he going in. Will he get a bash? Will he get a bash? No, Roger does not get a bash. That is still the 10-second BKB used just to escape. Yet again, 2 heroes go down for Navi. Spectre looking clean this game. Tier 3 has been claimed, now it's a naked X, but Navi is so low level, it's 16-2 right now. Link in, Crush on Troll. BKB is still on cooldown for a very long time. Whirling Axis comes out. Roger takes a fair amount of damage. His Walrus punch back. Arman about to die. Nice mechanism to just run for a little bit longer, but it didn't ultimately go down. Now these Axes are exposed still from the earlier push. General looking around, but what's he gonna do? He charges the almost certainly charges into his doom. And because that was a 10-second BKB, it's on cooldown for such a long time right now for Tindy that he can't get back into this fight. Both Raxes go
Blessings
down.
Upon a loyal warrior.
And the defending team loses a hero on top of it with Tusk.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Incoming.
Tygat's making the right move, in my opinion, to not show up to these fights, but
A
feels like Navi
fortune.
are kind of doubling down on losing by doing that, because they lost a Rax, which isn't that big of a deal if you have a Luna, but it's not a very farmed Luna. She has like 70% the net worth of the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is massive right now. I'm working on an AC. Hasn't completed, actually. Very soon. I really wish he would stop doing that. Now they are grouped up. We still have not really seen the strength of a Battle Trance fight. Because that's the beauty of Troll having a BKB, is that even after Global gets popped, Luna may not be able to use any of her spells because she's still working on this Manta. Well, it hasn't completed now, but the Battle Trance will help you right back here very fast. All of effect, hiding behind the Shadow. RMN. In the area. I wonder if he'll try to snipe this courier. Sees it. He doesn't have a blink dagger or anything.
Regeneration.
Infected don't even care. They're gonna start proceeding up to the top lane. Be completed on Spirit Breaker. That's something.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hopefully, the Silencer has been a bit skittish when it comes to using
Dire's
global.
structures
So
are fortified.
now Silencer needs to be a little bit more careful. You can't just pop it as soon as you see a few heroes start moving around onto your cores. You really need to hold on to it until after these BKBs are forced out by something like Crush. Great.
Dire's top
Nice
tower
shards onto
has fallen.
Affleminge. He goes into his BKB. Gets bashed up by General, but doesn't do very much damage. Now General gets Omni Slash, but the creep wave spawns a few seconds sooner, and Rubik actually steals Omni Slash. So, not the worst defense for a team that's down 2-17. Gem
Incoming.
The map is slowly going to start shrinking further and further for the Dire team. Dendi working on a Manta of his own. Dendi really needs damage right now. I could understand the BKB pickup to get rid of the silence, and obviously just for the benefit of being able to deal with Slardar Crush and Clockwork Spell, a Battery Assault specifically. But the Manta style
Dire's
is
top
really
barracks
a
are under
great
attack.
damage item. It's a nice pushing item,
Go
and I guess in theory
Jackpot.
they can try to take some
Illusion.
towers. Navi have not crossed their river in like the past 15 minutes.
coin.
That was before the gem on Radiant was even out. Now that the gem is out, it's even harder for them to try to cross the river. Oh, yet again, I'm seeing shades of the Vega game from effect. They are up. They're up 16,000 net worth right now. But they make it feel like they're up only like 5,000 net worth. It's just the way that Effect plays. I mean, they beat Vega Squadron in that game, so maybe... And this is just their playstyle and this is how they win. But it's so conservative, excessively conservative, that Luna is a hero that can come back. Luna is a hero that can deal with Mega Creeps. But if you put her in the ground fast enough, then she won't be able to deal with the Mega Creeps, and just having 2 Raxes down is Seedoy. He spotted out RMN with this ward, but like the Tusk is one of the least important targets right now. He walks into the flare, no fear whatsoever. RMN going to go YTP maybe? No, he's gonna go for
You're steel in your eye.
Effect plays for pickoffs. And I can understand that. And they're very... They don't really care about who they pick off. They just want a pickoff.
Rock it on.
See it again, up to this top lane. Glyph is down now. Nice force step to cancel out telekinesis and a big shot in. Splits up the fight big time. Rubik instantly goes down. Global Silence comes out after Spear Breaker activates his BKB, but before Dendi activates his. So Dendi still able to use some spells, activate the shrine. Nice blade spin on Seedoy. Cancels out so much of this damage that should be hitting him. No net third strike damage, no plus damage. Seedoy gets out into his healing ward. Requiem with Souls is used, and Dendi's getting really low. Dipper flies back in the fight and immediately just gets blown up in 3 right clicks by
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top
I
barracks has
believe
fallen.
maybe curtains for Navi, as they call good game at 32 minutes. Effect going up 2-0. Keep giving them grief for not pushing
Radiant
advantage, but hey, they
victory.
get the W in the defense, so who am I to point fingers? Navi, on the other hand, it was a risky draft.